What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and today I have a replay of a match that I just played that I really should not have won this game. It was not a rated match, it was unrated, but I mean, for me to even win this game was just really crazy. So he was on Go Control, and I'm on Mod Control. So that's the new name of the deck. It's called Mod Control. So I did not create this deck, but I did create the name of the deck that I'm going to be using for now on. It's called Mod Control. So I'll take credit for the name. I think it's a pretty cool name for the deck, Mod Control. So, yeah, he gets to go first. So, really bad start for me here. He gets to go first. And just going to show you how good this deck really is, what happened. So, he opens Deco, Thunder Dragon, Meta, MST, Sinister, and Apprentice Magician. I've got Snatch, Upstart, Wing Blast, Tribe, and Thunder Dragon. So he discards both his Thunder Dragons. He gets himself 2 more. And he sets the Apprentice Magician and sets the MST and just passes. I draw into Pot of Greed, which is pretty nice, not going to lie. Pot of Greed's a pretty good draw. And then I use Upstart, he gains 1,000. And then I play Pot of Greed. I draw 2. So now I've got Mirror Force, Sagan, Double Thunder Dragon, Tribe, Snatch, Solemn, and Wing Blast. So I decide just to set 3 with the Sagan and pass. And then I instantly just use Wing Blast on his monster. And he uses MST on the Mirror Force. And then he Pot of Greed, and I decide to just Solemn Judgment. I'm like, screw it. Let's just Solemn it. So I'm at 4,000 already. What he could do is he could have set the Sinister and Meta, but, I mean, it was really good that he didn't do that. For him, obviously, not so much for me. So now I'm just going to go ahead and tribute this Sangan here for Thunder Dragon. And I go grab the Mod himself, the Mod. So I hit his Deco, and he gets to draw. He draws a Apprentice Magician. And I set Heavy Storm and just pass. So he draws into Tsukiyomi. He's got Double Thunder Dragon, Sinister, Meta, Apprentice Magician, and Tsukiyomi. So he could just set the Sinister and Meta, but he decides to go for the Apprentice Magician here. I draw on a Jar of Greed, so I really have nothing to do. So I decide just to go to battle and hit. And he grabs himself a Faith, so this is really nice for him. I set the Mask of Darkness. At this point, I don't know how I can win. After I've seen this right here, like, there's no way I can win. And then he draws in a Duo, so it gets even worse for me. He flips the Faith and grabs Pot of Greed. I'm like, okay, I have no response. He shotguns the Pot of Greed. He draws into Knock and Metamorphosis. So again, looking at this situation, there's no way in hell I can win. Like, there's just no way it's happening. I'm definitely losing. I'm at 4,000 life points. He's got way more advantage on me. It's just not in the cards to win. But let's see what Mod Control can really do. So then he plays Duo, and I Jar Greed into the perfect card, Sinister. So I thought that was pretty funny. So I discard the Tribe, and I discard the Sinister. Then he summons Tsukiyomi, and he puts the Faith down again. And he sets a Meta as a bluff, and he just passes. I draw into another Jar of Greed, so I instantly just grab Sinister back. I decide to just fire Heavy Storm, which actually was a pretty good heavy. Get rid of one of the metas. And I run into him again, and he grabs Pot of Greed. So this will be the 3rd Pot of Greed he played, but I negated one of them, so double Pot of Greed. He draws a knock right off the top, so he knocks my Sinister. So I'm like, okay, there's no way in hell I can win. He fires Pot of Greed into Breaker and Sangan. He summons Breaker, he pops my back row, and I instantly chain it and draw on a Night Assailant. And then he just crashes. And he just passes. I draw into Ring of Destruction, which is pretty nice. So I set the ring, set the Night Assailant, and I just pass. He draws into a Faith, so I'm like, okay. And he sets the Faith and just passes. I draw into another Night Assailant. So I'm like, okay, let's go. I flip the Night Assailant and I pop his Faith, which is pretty nice. And I set the Night Assailant and I just pass. He draws into a Deco. So now he runs out Sangin, and I could just let this swing, but I decide just to ring here because he's going to get it anyways. I'd rather just have my monster out because he doesn't know what my set is, and for him to hit that and then hit the Knight of 7 face down, it's just going to be bad. So I just thought that wasn't the right play. So he grabs DD Warrior Lady, so that's fine. He ends. I draw into Book of Moon, which is pretty damn nice. So I just go to battle and I swing for 200. I set the Book of Moon, and I just pass. He draws into Royal Decree. He snap sets the Royal Decree. He runs out DD Warrior Lady and hits me for the 1300, putting me down to 1700, and he just passes. I draw into Deco, which is pretty nice, so I fire the Snatch Steel, and I take his DD Warrior Lady, and I hit him for 1500. He takes it, and I set Deco and just pass. He draws into Ring of Destruction. He grabs the Sinister back, and he doesn't gain. That's 2,000 he would have gained, so let's just keep that in mind. And then I draw into BLS. So if I drop his BLS, I just lose right now. So I decide just to flip the Deco. And I draw into Card Destruction, which is pretty dead. And then I flip the Knight of Sound and I pop that. And I just go to battle. And he decides to Ring of Destruction the DD Warrior Lady now. So putting me down to 200 and him at 36, really 5,600. So let's just keep that in mind. He's supposed to be at 5,600. But it's fine, though. I didn't really even notice it, to be honest, when I was playing. But he draws into Book of Moon. He summons the Sinister instead of setting it first. You always have to set it first. Although there's nothing I can really do. So he gets his Thousand Eyes of Strake. Now, in this play here, I could just Book of Moon this. But I don't know if he has a Chaos Monster in his hand. So I just let him take this. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And he goes to battle and tries to swing. And I instantly just Book of Moon. Puts it face down. And then he sets his Book of Moon and just passes. I draw into Chaos Sork. And at this point, I don't see Torrential or Mirror Force in the graveyard. So I decide just to run out Chaos Sork here. And he says, okay. And I go to battle. And he Book of Moons it. So I'm like, alright, that's fine. I set the card structure as a bluff. And I just pass. So what he could have done was just summon Tribe and stall a turn, but instead I just Top Deck Breaker. I pop the back row. I flip this. I drop the BLS on him, and I vanish, and that is the game. Technically, I did not win because he would have had 2,000 more life points, so anything actually could have happened. But to even get to this spot from where I was at in this game with literally like a Knight of Sound and a Snatch Steal, I literally had Snatch Steal left. That was it. I jar greeted into that Sinister, which is really clutch. So I just wanted to showcase that, what this deck could really do. It's pretty damn busted, not going to lie. But y'all hit the like, hit the sub, have a good day or night. Peace out. Exodia. Bye.